How can I drastically improve my gut health? Hi, I'm Megan. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner and functional blood chemistry specialist, and I spent so many years dealing with so many gut issues from acid reflux, bloating, constipation, just abdominal pain in general, looking like I was pregnant, food sensitivities, and I spent a really long time searching for answers for myself in both the Western medicine world and a holistic space. And here are six things that are really simple, easy, and free that I wish I knew early on about addressing gut health issues and just can be really simple to help your gut health and help you feel better really fast. So, number one is focus on whole nutrient dense foods. I am not diet specific or diet loyal. I would say the only thing I'm super loyal that I think really applies to pretty much everyone across the board is prioritize whole foods. Limit a lot of packaged and processed foods. This doesn't mean like go crazy and you can never have a packaged food again. This really just means that try and get 80 or 90+% of your food from whole foods. And whole foods meaning chicken, broccoli, kale, eggs, things that are one, maybe two ingredients, typically things that don't come in a box or a bag, and typically things, if you focus on the outer perimeter of a grocery store, that's going to be mostly whole foods. So prioritize whole foods as far as your general nutrition is concerned. Number two, relax while you eat. So digestion starts in the brain. When we think about rest and digest, this parasympathetic state, and in order for our bodies to properly digest our food, we have to be relaxed. If we think like way back in the day, if you were being chased by a tiger in the wild, you wouldn't be trying to eat while you're doing that. So your body shuts down some of these like non essential vital processes while we're undergoing chronic stress. So if we're chronically stressed while we eat all the time, your body doesn't think it's really safe to be able to properly digest this food. And over time, we're probably going to end up with a lot of dysfunction, digestive issues, abdominal discomfort, undigested food, all that kind of stuff. So just relax while you eat to the best of your ability. This, once again, it's not about being perfect, it's about trying to be as consistent as you can. If you have a hard time with this, try and take a few deep breaths right before your meal. So take a big inhale through your nose, big exhale through your mouth. Do like 3 or 5 of those, that'll automatically pretty much get you in a parasympathetic state. Number 3, chew your food. Really, really chew your food. And I really always recommend avoiding liquids while you're eating because one, this is going to force you to slow down and relax a little bit while you eat. But number two, this is going to force you to chew your food. So digestion starts in the brain and then goes to the mouth. And if we have a bunch of loose food particles, this makes it really hard for our stomach to continue this process of breaking down our food if it's not properly chewed. So I always tell clients just chew to the consistency of about a smoothie before you swallow. Yes, it will take longer. Yes, your entire benefit will body from this though. Number 4, prioritize protein. Protein is the most under-eaten essential nutrient out there. And there's only two of them. There's only two essential nutrients, things that we absolutely have to have in order to survive. Protein being number one, fat being number two. This doesn't mean carbohydrates don't have their place or aren't good. It's just technically speaking, they're not essential. So if we have every single meal, what I recommend for my clients is make sure you have a protein source for your meal. I don't care whether you eat meat or you're vegetarian or vegan, it doesn't really matter. You can get protein from just about anywhere, but make sure you're prioritizing protein at every single meal. And ideally, if it's possible, start that meal with that source of protein. This is going to stimulate and enhance our stomach acid production because protein is required to really stimulate a high level of stomach acid production, which is necessary and needed to break down our food, to sterilize our food, and many other things. But this is really important. So protein is super duper important and really under eaten across the board. Now, I'm not going to give you a protein goal, but what I'll say is just make sure you're getting some protein. I use a little hand guide for a lot of my clients is try and get at least 1 palm of protein at every single meal. Depending on the person, it may need to be more, but that's a good general rule of thumb. Number 5, move daily. We weren't supposed to be sitting and sedentary all of the time. Get up, move, stretch, go for a walk. It doesn't have to be a structured workout, it doesn't have to be crazy. Just move every single day. Even better, move after a meal. This is going to force you to stay upright. Digestion is north to south. So, this is going to help just with that overall process. Movement's also good, especially if you have a lot of digestive issues, a lot of issues with constipation. Gentle movement after a meal can be really, really beneficial. So, just move daily. Try not to sit all day, every day. And then, last but not least, drink your water. Water is so important for so many reasons in our body, digestion being a really big one. Now, once again, try and limit liquids with your meals, but try and drink a lot of water outside of that. How much water? It depends on the person. The general rule of thumb of take your body weight in pounds divided by 2, that's about how many ounces you need. I think generally is a good rule of thumb, but it does vary a lot person to person. Just make sure you're drinking your water. Once again, I see water really underutilized by a lot of my clients, and just increasing their water intake can make a really, really big difference. So start it here. If you have a lot of gut issues, you can always do more than this, but this is really the basics, the fundamentals before you add on more to this. So be sure to subscribe and like and follow for more.